integrating technology with human evolution? Seems like such a good sell for man. You're building a better you. But the fact is, it's just simply not true.
Human augmentation.
Human augmentation.
Surf industry. Rising deaths on the street.
This is a business that's driven by fear. If I don't improve myself, if I don't augment myself, then I'll be less intelligent, less capable, less strong than the rest of the human race.
Augmentation is a huge business for these corporations, and we're paying for it by sacrificing our humanity and freedom.
Why it went clashing.
Reports of human experimentation.
And we have to ask the question, are we playing God?
We've been integrating ourselves with technology for decades now, replacing damaged limbs with mechanical limbs, implanting data chips into our bodies, which give away huge amounts of information to governments and corporations all across the globe.
At no point have they thought about the consequences of their actions. They actively encourage you to exchange your perfectly functional body parts for upgraded augmentations. What they are doing is ethically and morally wrong, and they should be brought to justice.
Growing numbers of people experiencing
Today, Surf Industries signed a new historic military deal.
I know that they are creating mass quantities of military-grade augmentations. I've seen testing on them, and it's very scary types of alterations.
They want to systematically turn us into machines and pump us full of their drugs.
You have to take neuropozyne, one of the most dangerous and addictive drugs that exists in the world today.
You'll have to take this drug for the rest of your life. If you don't, your body will reject your augmentations. It's a drug that's priced so highly that we are now seeing cases of high-profile people who are now out on the streets, and they are begging. They are begging for drugs. They'll have their technology in your body. They could have the power to turn off your limbs, the potential to turn off your eyes. They'll be able to send messages to your brain and control your thoughts as if they have the power of God.
If you don't take their drugs, you'll die.
People have been abused, kidnapped, experimented on. Any kind of resistance or opposition is met with fierce and brutal terror on the people. When does this stop? When will you stand up and fight?
They are killing our humanity!
Beware the bearers of false gifts and their broken promises. Much pain, but still time. Believe. There is good out there. We oppose deception. Conduit closing.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings.
From Chief of Operations to all governments, militaries, and citizens of Earth. Subject: the liberation of Mica's planet. This is an official SSP Alliance release. The disclosures we have brought forward have been compromised. Fake secret space program veterans, super soldier imposters, and ET contactees have released considerable misinformation. To keep humanity from fighting for freedom, with a false sense of security, they are peddling the narrative that the Mars colonies, Moon, and Antarctica bases have been liberated from the gray alien and reptilian forces. To combat these counterintelligence campaigns, we are releasing a series of briefings, straight from our highest-ranking officers without intermediaries. We strongly recommend that you disregard information that is not coming directly from us. In our last briefing, we described the incident at the LOC, involving a secret emergency ICC meeting, interrupted by a Zulu elder and the new Guardians. We also talked about a meeting on Mars, between the ICC, Orion Group leaders, and their allied Rogue Federation, who decided to double down on their transhumanist efforts on Earth. Next, we will elaborate on the liberation of Mica's planet. The AI god has tricked thousands of planets into slavery by manipulating and controlling the local planetary cabal. The cabal groups work diligently on conditioning the masses to accept the physical bio-integration of advanced technologies such as micro and nanochips, nanobits, and nanites. They release incredible technological advancements, but the only way to utilize them is through brain-chip interfaces. They make it possible for the AI god to control reality and individual behaviors through an almost magical new internet system offered to the entire planet, which interfaces directly with the mind through millions of nanites inside the physical body. Mica and his people had the same experience. Their leaders and religious prophets conditioned Mica's people through eons to believe in a savior. In the form of a federation of angelic extraterrestrials, this savior would liberate their planet from evil spirits, demons, and ETs who manipulated the development of their civilization. Mica and his people wasted nearly 200 more years waiting for the savior. In the meantime, their technology advanced faster than their spirituality. The Cabal leaders told Mica and his people that a federation of positive ETs liberated their solar system from the Orion Group and gifted their civilization life-changing advanced technologies, which were the AI god's Trojan horse. Mica's people accepted free energy, anti-gravity craft, and a version of the internet 1,000,000 times faster than they had. Within a few years, 30% of their population had chip implants and accepted nanites into their bodies to control new technology. They turned to the rest of the population, demanding everyone accept chips through mandates, under the pretense of improved quality of life. These new AI prophets reasoned that, since every medical condition could be monitored and treated with this new technology, those refusing chips were irresponsible personally and collectively. The AI prophets, conspicuously and without consent, inoculated the population with nanites by disseminating nanotic components in the population's food, medicines, and environment. These nanotechnologic components were self-assimilating machines, which could be activated and controlled via specific broadcasted frequency. Mica's people developed an extensive nanotechnology signal relay infrastructure. They were unaware that this new infrastructure, similar to 5G, 6G, broadcast specific frequencies, signaling the nanotic components to assimilate into nanite machines. Mica's people were on the verge of falling victim to the Orion Group and their AI god. His people were shocked awake by the tyranny of the AI prophets who were controlling their planet. They began to awaken and pop out of the frequency that tall greys and reptilians used to control their thoughts and emotions for thousands of years. Their awakening and awareness deprived the Orion Group and the AI god of Lush, the negative emotional energy they use as food and need for survival. As a result, most of the members of the Orion Group fell into deep and inactive hibernation, with their nanites in power save mode. A few thousand leaders of the Orion Group attempted to flee their solar system. Mica's people located the Orion Group cities and bases in underground caverns and quickly defeated the active members. Mica described how after this historic change occurred on his planet, the Zulu started appearing and helping his people find a way back to spiritual practices, which allowed them spiritual growth and healing. He also explained that the Orion Group used their consciousness against them, tricking them into creating religions with 3 versions of hell. The Zulu helped them understand the level of deception and interference with their spiritual growth. They also explained that Mica's people created these versions of hell from their mass consciousness. With the permission of Mica's people, the Zulu entered their versions of hell and liberated the souls, allowing them to re-enter their planet's incarnation cycle, fully healed 4th density consciousness. The Zulu also introduced Mica's people to the concept of oneness and their true power. Because their mass consciousness evolved to a certain level, the solar flash event in their solar system was a greatly anticipated and inspiring event, without fear. Mica's people were fully liberated from the Orion group and their AI gods agenda. With the Zulu guidance, Mica's people settled into their transition and now exist in the harmony of fourth density. The dark side is insidious and knows how to skirt the unbreakable cosmic law. These forces are adept at traumatizing us, to manipulate us into planet-wide complacency. The most broken individuals and the worst of our society are groomed to be our leaders. Each of us has allowed the ruthless cabal to control Earth, while choosing ignorance and refusing to step into our power and take control. Once we awaken and hold our leaders and ourselves accountable for actions and inactions, our cosmic cousins will begin to intervene within the confines of the cosmic law, which prevents karmic entanglements detrimental to their civilizations. Many figures in your community are creating a more positive narrative of the events happening in our solar system. Some are doing so to give people hope after the events over the last several years. Others believe that, if a few thousand of them create stories of liberation, they will manifest that timeline. Some have reached out to us, asking if the angelic density beings and Federation group suspended their non-interference directive in our solar system. Many ET groups want to intervene and are waiting for the chance to do so, but the positive ET groups will never break the cosmic law. We cannot emphasize enough that there will be no angelic ETs coming to our rescue or aid until we step up to do our part. Stories of humanity's liberation by saviors may be comforting, but they prevent us from individual action to secure liberation on our terms. The positive beings from third density and higher are in a huge war with the AI god and their slaves, human and ET. We cannot transmute the AI god or AI technology. Anyone who says otherwise is playing into or is unwittingly a part of the AI god's plan to enslave humanity. Anyone who promotes AI's integration into our society or says that the ICC is opening the advanced technologies to humanity is taking part in the reptilian tall gray agenda. Positive ET groups do not use nanites or chip implants to contact humans on Earth to give them information, as they have spiritually advanced past the need. When they work with humans, they first remove the energetic and physical chip implants and nanites. Then, they teach the individual to channel information through his or her higher self. In the next briefing, we will give more details on the Dark Fleet and the Draco Reptilians. Be patient, be strong. We are in this together.
This is Corey Good, and this has been an official Secret Space Program Alliance update.
For more updates, go to ascensionworks.tv.